Let's think about these two exemplary myths and see if we can't fish out some qualities of the tradition of Athens and the tradition of Jerusalem while we think about these. Let's start with the tradition of Jerusalem. Now, there are lots of possible choices because the books of the Bible are so rich and profound that you would be hard-pressed to cover any of the important books of the Bible and not find some figure there whose moral status is such that this myth has something to say to us today. But in going through the Bible, I'm going to go straight to one of my real favorites. And he has a book all to himself. This is the story of Job. And Job is God's faithful servant. Job, in some respects, represents the high point of religious faith. Job is the perfect example of the true religious believer, the man who understands his relationship to God, who understands his relationship to things of this world, and who shows only the deepest and most profound virtue, in the biblical sense, in his relationship to God. For those of you who haven't read the Bible, either lately or ever, let me briefly tell you what the story of Job is. Job is God's faithful servant. He's a real good guy. He constantly does all the things that God requires of him. God has given him a good bit of favor, given him a wife, children, given him wealth, given him land, given him flocks, made him a happy man, a man of this world, a man of many pleasures and many diversions. Constantly, Job performs the appropriate sacrifices. Job praises God. Job shows the appropriate humility and obedience in the face of God's awesome majesty. Job is thankful, and Job praises God, and God is well pleased with Job. Now, at some point, and it's not exactly said when, and in some place it's not exactly said where, the devil starts talking to God. And the devil says to God, the only reason Job really likes you, and the only reason he sacrifices to you and praises you, is because you've done all these good things for him. If you hadn't sent him a lovely wife and a lovely family and flocks and wealth and land and all the things that a man can have in this world, he would never be faithful to you. This faith is really a sham. It's really a way of him getting more favors from you. Now, it becomes kind of strange here. Apparently God and Satan make a bet. Now, it never gets explained why anyone would want to make a bet with God, since he knows everything already, nor is it clear why anyone would make a bet with Satan or how Satan got into it. But bracket that for a while. I think they're trying to tell you a different story here.